everybody, welcome back to Captain Billy's Garage. Today I have a special treat for you. This is my 2000 Acura Integra GS-R that I have owned since 2007. I'm going to take you guys on a quick trip in it, tell you a bit of a story about it, some of the mods, and just kind of let you experience the ride as we go along. So come with me and let's check it out. I have always been a car guy. Starting from when I was super little, helping my dad, getting anything and everything going, all of our cars, the motorhome we had, like being down in the shop with him, working on all the different projects, mostly like doing brake jobs on cars, fixing carburetors. I just loved being out there with him working on those projects. And I really assimilate my love for cars with a lot of the love I have for my dad and my passion for motorsports. I've always loved knowing how things work, how they go together, and understanding how I could make it better. When I built this car in 2007, I had a grand vision for exactly what I wanted it to look like. I wanted the 5-lug conversion like a Type R. I wanted it on coilovers. I wanted a cool sounding exhaust. I wanted a turbo kit on it. I wanted this ultimate front wheel drive street car that was just going to be super fun. Well, when I built it, I only had enough money to make it stock. Stock suspension, wheels, tires, brakes. And that turns out was enough for a long time for this car. They handle so well from the factory. The suspension and driver input that they give you and the feel that you get from the car is just super rewarding and very magical. When I finally had the time and money to do everything I wanted to it, it took me a couple of years. Doing one project a year, save up money, do the next project on it. And that took me almost 10 years to get all of that done. I've gone through the full transmission in this car and upgraded it with close ratio gears, a limited slip differential, all new synchros. I've put the great sounding exhaust on it with the big header. I put the 5-lug JDM Type R suspension, hubs, brakes, wheels, and tires on this. I've upgraded the shifter. I think this is the third shifter I've had in this car, and this is my favorite one. And then I've just taken care of it. Always changing the oil regularly, never beating on it in too much excess that I'm going to hurt anything. And it has always just come back asking for more, wanting to do more. And I couldn't be any happier or ask any more of this car than what I have gotten out of it so far. Having taken this car so many places in the country, its memory always held with me everywhere in the world I went. There are just so few cars that you can drive like this one. Add 9 tenths, 10 tenths on even like street roads and not feel like you're going to kill yourself in it. It is super forgiving and so rewarding when you push on it, when you really beat on it. You know, there's an expression in cars that goes, drive it like you stole it. And this is a car that you can drive like you stole all day, every day, for over 20 years. That is an awesome car. When you build a car from the ground up, and you've gone through and you've touched every piece of it, and you know every bit of it, as well as you do the back of your own hand, it's something different. It's special. It's kind of wild to understand a mechanical object to the level of detail that the engineers did when they built it. When you spend enough time working on an older car, going through it as I have done with this one, you understand the little quirks, the noises, when you're pushing it too hard, when it can take more. It's like it's talking to you. It's giving you feedback from the road. There are a lot of things in life that bring me joy. And then I'll generalize even further and say that bring people joy. Driving a car is that first experience when you first get to drive. It's your first taste of independence, of freedom. You're not limited by the distance of how far you can pedal your bike or walk. Now all you need is some money for gas, and you can just go as far as you want. I've taken this car across the country twice, from Atlanta to LA. I've had it all the way down to the Florida Keys and all the way up to Glacier National Park. This car has seen just about every canyon road that exists in this country. And I've had the most fun driving it all of those places. And getting to experience this country and a lot of my trip and travels into adulthood. Graduating college, the first thing I did was load this car up and go on an adventure. Such a fun car to drive. I don't think I've ever gotten in this car and not had a smile on my face. When you sit down in it with its very hugging leather seats, a steering wheel that's just the right size, it's got great grip to it, a pedal spacing that is so complementary to heel and toe and just fluid. A shifter that greets your hands and just says hello to you when you sit down with it. An exhaust tune that lets you know exactly what the engine's doing. And this firmer suspension that just gives you every little nook and cranny about what's going on with the road. One of the things I've really enjoyed about this car is getting to take it to a handful of car shows. I got to take this to Radwood in Austin back in April for the first time since I got it out of storage in almost 5 years. And that was so much fun. It was one of, I think, 3 Integras that were there, and it was the only one that was in this kind of excellent condition. It was so much fun to just get to share the story of the car with others and just share in that love for 90s era Hondas. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this episode with me. If you like ribbon tech and just shifting through gears and redline at over 8,000 RPM, let me know. especially on really bumpy roads. Consider liking, subscribe, leave me a comment below. I enjoyed bringing you guys this content. It was a lot of fun to share this drive with you and get to share some of the experiences I've had with this car and what I've gotten to do with building it. So, thanks for watching. Enjoy the drive.